So guys, today on All Sports Central, we'll be going over a college football preview. This one is going to be Northwestern at Stanford. Stanford in the AP poll for week 1 is ranked 25th, and so kind of considering that, I mean, Northwestern, both of these teams are really at the same level in both their conferences. Last season, Northwestern was able to make it to the Big Ten championship game. It was a great season for them overall, but will they be able to start off the season with a big win against Stanford? We're going to be going over which team will likely win this game here today. This game is going to be on Saturday, August 31st, the start of week 1, and it's going to be at 1 p.m. Pacific time. Stanford's currently ahead of the spread, 6.5 points, and the FPI is saying that Stanford's going to win 74%. Vegas is about saying the same thing with a 28-24 Stanford win, and really, I mean, honestly, I think that's pretty accurate. I think this game is going to be really close on both sides. This is going to be one that I think kind of goes back and forth quite a bit. And really, the team that's going to win this game is going to be the one with the least amount of turnovers, I think, because this could be a high-scoring one. I mean, I think it'll be kind of moderate. I don't expect anything crazy to happen, of course. But yeah, for sure, I do believe it's going to be a pretty close game. Here's their stat comparison here for Northwestern. They are 74th in total offense, 84th in total defense, and Stanford is right around the same area, 75th in both offense and defense. Kind of a rare occasion there where your team has the same ranking in total offense as in total defense. But then you got Northwestern last season. They were 110th in rushing offense. And to kind of put that in perspective, there are 130 teams in the FBS. That puts Northwestern right at the bottom for rushing offense. That is something that they are not very good at. But quite frankly, Stanford's best part of their defense is their rushing defense. And so when you get to the passing offense and the passing defense, it'll be interesting for Northwestern because they got a much better passing offense, and Stanford doesn't have as much to be able to take care of that. So that's something you're going to have to note there. That could cause Northwestern to have a huge advantage. And then looking in total defense, once again, 84th for Northwestern, 42nd in rushing. And it's kind of the same scenario here. Honestly, on both sides, this is almost these two teams are almost identical. Stanford does not have a very good rushing offense, actually worse than Northwestern's. But they've got a great passing offense, a great passing game. Meanwhile, Northwestern isn't as good in the passing game on defense, so that's going to be something interesting there. It's going to be whichever team can win the passing game better that probably ends up winning this game because, I mean, overall, you got Stanford who's got a terrible passing defense. Northwestern also has terrible passing defense. This sets up, honestly, for it to be a moderate to high-scoring game, knowing the offense overall is better, even though the rushing offenses are terrible. Offenses are overall better than the defenses are in general. But yeah, then looking at your records, almost identical again. Northwestern was 9-5 last year. They got a 14th game due to a conference championship game in the Big Ten. And Stanford was 9-4. So overall, those two teams last season both had great seasons overall. The only problem is Northwestern is losing a ton of talent going into this year. And they lost a ton of seniors, but Stanford, I mean, they're losing a few as well. But of course, Stanford, I think, is in better shape coming into this season. In my rankings right now, I've actually got Northwestern ahead of Stanford, though. I do have Northwestern at about 21, I believe, and then Stanford is at 25. Just putting a little bit of a perspective there. How would Northwestern win this game? Honestly, the same way Stanford win, be better on offense and get ahead early. Whoever gets ahead early, I think, will end up winning. But then again, you can't make mistakes at all. No turnovers in this game because every possession is going to be a big key player in who's going to win this. Northwestern doesn't have Thorson anymore. That is one of their biggest losses, and that's why I think Stanford has a big edge here. Is that Northwestern is going to have a lot of adjustments due to losing Thorson, and so, I mean, he put up some great stats. He really carried this team last season to a great year. And overall, that's why I'm going to say that Stanford ends up winning this game. In the end, I think Stanford does get out to a fast start, 17-3, I think, at home. They get off to a quick start. I think with Northwestern not having Thorson at the beginning, it's kind of a big adjustment. I think they get better as the game goes on, but I think Stanford, in the end, gets to the wins, 27-24. I considered making it a little bit of a more high-scoring game, and I think it easily could go above 27-20. But I'm just going to say that right now. Stanford ends up winning this game. Overall, it's going to be a good one. Good one for week 1 for sure. Be sure to stay tuned for this. Honestly, this game could go either way. I think Stanford, though, also having home field advantage is going to be a big part in why they're going to win this game.
But let me know your guys' thoughts on this game in the comments below. Will Northwestern be able to pull on the upset
on the road. Be sure to let me know. Can they get to a fast start in the Big Ten? Yeah, that's another point. Is that the Pac-12 isn't as good as the Big Ten, so I made me consider, with Northwestern being in a tougher conference, if they were in the Pac-12 last season, would they have been able to possibly make more than 9 wins? That's another question that we never know. But yeah, let me know your thoughts below in the scheme of the comments below. I will try to get back to as many of your guys' comments as possible. I do that every week. I kind of just go through and I like seeing your opinions. If you disagree with this, though, be sure to not let your thoughts go unknown. Say it in the comments below. We're going to start going over more college football previews on week 1 over the next couple of days, and then we're going to get ready for week 1 as we get towards the end of the week. But yeah, thanks guys all for watching. Show some support if you'd like to. Subscribe. It really does help out the channel, and I'll see y'all later.